hopefully I don't need to be induced right now. They can't come into this, which is dumb. They should be able to come into both because if something happens, but this isn't like I'm volunteering to see my baby. It's like it's a medical reason that they have suspicion that something could be wrong. So this is the report from the ultrasound. That's when there's some room for concern, like it's too little amniotic fluid. Sorry if the camera quality is bad, but update time. So I'm on my way to a doctor's office. I'm 35 weeks pregnant. There's typically not a doctor's appointment at 35 weeks. It's typically 34 and then 36, and then you go every week. But at my 34-week appointment, I didn't update you guys on it like I typically do. This pregnancy, I'm just, and everything in life, but like I'm just doing what feels right in the moment. If that's sharing immediately or not, I've already spoke on that. But this pregnancy, I've been like really sensitive to like different things, like a lot more heightened, just things can get to me. So if I'm not 100% in myself yet, then I'm not gonna share it. But I will know a concrete answer today, or maybe not concrete, but decent. So I didn't share it. Same with breastfeeding. I'm not confident in that yet. And it's a touchy subject, sensitive, so I'm only going to talk to those that I trust and I feel confident in or comfortable with their opinions. Anyways, so at my 34-week appointment, I was measuring under again. It started out like a good normal appointment. We were talking about Nashville, you know, it was normal. She went to take my fundal height, which is like from the pubic bone to the top of the uterus. They start doing it around like, I don't know, 28 weeks, around there, maybe 24 actually. Anyways, I've been measuring under all along. You guys know that if you've been keeping up with all my updates. So I've been measuring like 2 weeks behind, which isn't a big concern. I mean, 2 weeks give or take is actually pretty normal. 2 weeks plus or minus. And so how you know you're behind is like, so if you are 30 weeks pregnant, you should measure 30 centimeters, and then whatever weeks you are, 30 weeks is 30 centimeters, and then you can do plus or minus 2. So if you're 32, that's fine. If you're 28, that's fine. And I've been going 2 under every time. Well, the first time I was 2 under, the doctor said that I might need an ultrasound down the road if I keep progressively being under. And then my other doctor, the next 2 times, so I've been under for like like 2 months. The next doctor said that he was not worried at all or concerned at all, because 2 weeks give or take is normal, like I just explained. And then once you hit like 37 weeks of pregnancy, 3 weeks give or take is normal, because baby's head can be really low, you know, engaged and stuff like that. And that's actually how Wesson was. Wesson was 3 weeks under. So anyways, at my last appointment, 34 weeks, she was taking my fundal height, and she just kind of like changed a little bit, more lingerie, hesitant. Right away she asked me, when was the last time you had an ultrasound? Was it at 21 weeks? And I said, yeah, 21 weeks with you guys, but I had a 4D ultrasound that wasn't medical reasons. Let me turn this off. Sorry if you guys can't hear me, but I was like, I had a 4D ultrasound that wasn't like a medical thing at 32 weeks, so just 2 weeks prior, in which that woman kept telling me so many times that my fluid levels were really low. I knew he wasn't really low, like down in my, you know, I was measuring 30 centimeters again at my 34 week, so that's 4 weeks behind, and that's not a normal number. And I measured 30 centimeter, I said that weird. I measured 30 centimeters at my 32-week appointment, and then 30 centimeters again at my 34-week appointment. So they were gonna get me in for an ultrasound, just like a growth scan ultrasound, to make sure everything's okay, because there's like so many different factors that this could be. So yeah, they were gonna wait 2 weeks, and then I was thinking like, okay, it's not that big of a concern if they're waiting 2 weeks, you know. If it was a big concern, they would want to know like now. Oh, Weston's playing on the, oh, my friend Erica just voice noted me, probably make sure everything's okay. Oh, Weston's playing on the swing set, and I just dropped him, literally just dropped him off my dad, so it's awesome. But, yeah, I'm like, they're waiting 2 weeks, it must not be too big of a concern. And I was just like, you know, it is what it is. Like, don't think worst case scenario. With Weston's pregnancy, my first pregnancy, I would have thought worst case scenario. I'm like, it's probably nothing, you know. The good scenarios this could be is I'm just a small person. I just have a small baby. He's curled up or he's really low. But to that, like, it's hard to not compare to Weston's pregnancy. This is a totally different pregnancy, everything. But like, I'm the same body now that I was then with Weston. If not, I'm like more, because I've just went through all of this, you know. So that doesn't really make sense to me. And then Weston was a smaller baby, not tiny, but he was a smaller baby. And I, like 2 weeks before, baby wasn't low. Like, he wasn't low at the ultrasound. She literally told me that. And then about the ball, which it could change, but then I don't feel him. And then about him like just being in a ball, like curled up, not stretched out all the way, making my measurement like so small. That could have been the case, but it could be the case. But I feel like he's like never in a ball. He's always in my ribs. So I don't know. Then the other case scenarios could be low amniotic fluid, which I feel like that might be what it is, because at my 4D ultrasound, she kept saying how low my fluid levels were. So possibly that, which could have me on bed rest, or it could possibly need an early induction. I should have mentioned that in the beginning. Why she wanted to do the ultrasound growth scan was to make sure everything's okay, but she said that the possibility of an early induction, to have bags packed, like hospital bags. And I was like, holy crap, like at 36 weeks, like something, I literally used the words dramatic. I said something would have to be really dramatic for me to do that, like to have an induction at 36 weeks. Something would have to be really dramatic, right? And she kind of chuckled. She's like, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like, something would have to be dramatic, like wrong. And then the more I've been like thinking about it for the past week, it's like there's so many things that could be wrong. Low amniotic fluid levels, my placenta could have stopped growing. It could have detached, but I feel like I would have had bleeding, so I don't think that's the case. The placenta is the lifeline that's feeding my baby all the nutrients. He could have stopped growing. Then I've heard of like cholestasis of pregnancy, which I don't think I have that. I have itching really bad, like up in my rib, but it's only one located area, and that doesn't sound like cholestasis. But that can result in stillbirth and like premature labor and stuff like that. And then there's like the I can't think of the word right now, but IUGR. And that they induce a lot because babies need to grow, they grow better on the outside. So basically I'm going in today for the ultrasound. I'll update you guys how it is. Hopefully I don't need to be induced right now. Grant can't even come into the appointment with me, which is wild. They can come into then like the viability scan and then the 21-week scan. But they can't come into this, which is dumb. They should be able to come into both because if something happens, but this isn't like I'm volunteering to see my baby. It's like it's a medical reason that they have suspicion that something could be wrong. I wonder if I'll have a non-stress test. So we'll see. It could be a really bad spectrum of bad, or it could be a really good spectrum of nothing at all. And I'm just small, so anyways, I will update you guys. I'm gonna go in. I'm glad I'm not crying or like freaked out. I'm just trying to keep a good positive mindset because we don't know. Let's see you go down, mister.
Come here. Come on, Grandpa. Come on.
Come on, puppies. Woo! That one goes quick.
Show Mama this one. Ready? Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Ready? Ready? No.
You don't want to? Yeah. A doggy? You have your very personal play gym. Woohoo! Do you guys have like the dark chocolate ice cream right now?
We do.
Can I have that in a small milkshake, please?
You want whipped cream on top?
No, thank you.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's all.
Alright, $3.69.
Alright, thank you. I'm home. I'm not at the hospital getting induced or anything. Here's my belly. I'm looking good. It's kind of hard with the pants. Here she is. It's definitely not a she, but belly. Looking so good. Maybe I'll show you from the front view. All the bumpies in the world. I'm trying to get my Mother's Day flowers in the background. They're so beautiful. Okay. I need to like start a list of actually things I need to get done before baby's arrival, because I am 35 weeks and it is getting to be about that time. I wasn't gonna do it until like 37 weeks, honestly, 36, 37, but I'll get a list going and then gradually pick away at it. Everything is really good, you guys. Super, super thankful and super blessed, honestly, because every appointment when things are good for me, I always do take that as a blessing. I've heard so many stories and I love hearing them because it's real life and it's their life. So I just take it always as a blessing. Now this past week I've tried, in the beginning I tried saying the first few days just like positive, like what does your mother intuition tell you? My mother intuitions told me that I'm gonna go over my due date and I am feeling great. Like I don't think he's low, in which I found out today he's not low. And like everything I thought is what he is doing. So they always say like mother's instincts are like, you know, whatever, or like you know your body really well. So that was my case. But also then you can get into the rabbit hole mindset of there's women that think they're doing great and they go in for their OB checkup and their blood pressure is like randomly through the roof and they go in for an emergency C-section right then and there and have a baby. So there's like literally so many scenarios, and I have thought that, you know, I'm going past my due date this time and that, you know, that's just what I've thought all along. So to randomly be taken in and be like early induction, like something medically might be wrong, that's scary. And then there's so many scenarios that things could happen, and like my baby could have stopped growing, or my placenta could have stopped, or my placenta could be weathering away. Like there's just so many like what ifs. So I'm just very thankful that my mind is at ease now. I am gonna go through everything. I have the ultrasound, new updated ultrasound. I got 3 of them. Their ultrasounds like are not very good at the office in comparison to the 4D place. At the office they're very like, he looks like a little alien. But yes, let me tell you guys about my amniotic fluid levels and all of that. All my levels are actually in the good range. So this is the report from the ultrasound. When he measured my belly, he did do the fundal height. I'm still 3 weeks under, which is more than like the average at this gestational age. 3 weeks is getting to be about normal in about 2 more weeks. So it still is under, but he must just be hiding in me, or like his positioning inside me or something, because then the ultrasound is a little more accurate and every single number, like everything that they looked for was all in the good range. So I'm just really thankful for that. His percentile is in the 40 percentile, which I am so happy about. He was in the 40 percentile, 44 I believe to be exact, when he was at the 21-week anatomy scan. So he's still there, which makes me so happy. He's holding on to that like growth, so he's grown like consistently and he's still in the 40th percentile. So I'm very happy with that. His estimated weight is, it says 5 pounds 2 ounces, so he's just about 5-pound baby. How crazy, a 5-pound baby inside me. Again, that's estimated. We don't know, like, obviously for sure. She said that he's just going to be a small boy, but I feel like 5 pounds is kind of a lot for being 35 weeks. I don't know, maybe not. But they gain, like, what, half a pound a week? So if I have 5 more weeks yet to go, then that would be like a 7.5-pound baby or something. They took, like, measurements of his head, of his stomach, of, or his, like, abdomen, I guess. His legs, all of that were good. His amniotic fluid levels it looked really small. Like when I was in the room and she was measuring the things, it looked like there was not very much black like fluid around. so I was kind of nervous, but it is 9 centimeters, which is in the good range. I asked my doctor what like average is, and he says it's more like if it's under a certain number it's bad, and if it's above a certain number it's like concerning. And if it's above, I think he said 22 or 23 centimeters, that you can get a little bit room for concern, so not there. And if it's below, I believe it was 5 or I think it was like 5 centimeters or maybe 3 centimeters, don't hold me at that, then that's when there's some room for concern, like it's too little amniotic fluid. So I had 9 centimeters, so that is good. And he also said that like it can fluctuate so much, like you could take it and it could be low, and then baby could pee and then it could go back up, or baby could take a gulp and it could go back down. So 9 centimeters is really good. His heart rate was 132, so that is good. I got to hear his heart rate, and right away I saw his heart beating, and I did not worry that he had, I don't know how to say it gently, but passed or something like that. I did not worry about that, or I would have sent myself right into the emergency room, obviously. I did not worry about that because he moves a lot, and I feel him hiccup, I feel him move. Be aware of your fetal movement. If you have decreased fetal movement, go be seen. I had that actually with Wesson. Percentile amniotic fluid, heart rate. Oh, he is head down, which that's something that was like starting to concern me, because I think you can measure a little bit off when they are breached and they decide to flip. He has not flipped yet, and he shouldn't most likely, but he is head down. His head was right down there, his butt was right up here, and he was actually like folded in half, and his foot was against his head. So that's kind of his positioning. I did ask if he was like really low or not, and she said that she does not believe he is, just by the ultrasound, because she could see his full head circumference and take measurements of that like really easily. And if they are like really engaged down in the canal, she's not going to be able to get the full head measurement. So he's not very low, and that's literally what I thought. I did not think he was low. I don't feel like he's low and all of that. So 36 weeks is when they actually do the cervical check, and they could check for my dilation and my effacement and stuff like that. I'm actually going to decline it as long as everything still goes fine. Because I don't care about my dilation at all. If anything, I'm kind of interested what my effacement is, but I really don't care either. So I'm just gonna decline it. Just so you guys know, you can decline it. You don't have to. It's not a bad thing. It's not bad if they check, or they wouldn't. Like, they're not gonna do anything to disrupt your baby. But it doesn't matter what I am. So I will decline it. Placenta looked good, umbilical cord looked good. Oh, my fundal height, I think I did mention that. I'm still measuring 3 weeks under. So it says finding single viable intrauterine gestation with an estimated gestation age of 34 weeks. Oh, that is something actually. So he's measuring as if he's a 34-week baby. So he's measuring 1 week behind, like inside, like as the ultrasound is measuring 34 weeks, which is a week behind. But that's not a concern, because they're not concerned until baby is 3 weeks under via ultrasound. And so I'm 3 weeks under fundal height, like as in my belly. When you lay on the table and they measure you, I'm 3 weeks under. But internally, I'm only 1 week under, and that is not a concern at all. So everything is really good. I'm so thankful I didn't have to get shipped in for an induction or emergency C-section today or anything like that. I am someone that does not want to go in early. Premature things scare me. The NICU, I just don't want, not scare, because if I were, I would put myself in a good mind state. Everything would be fine. My baby, 35 weeks, my baby is viable, would survive. Maybe not even have to go into the NICU, but just for me, I want to go full term. With Weston, I wanted to go full term, and with this baby, I want to go full term. So I definitely am thankful that that's gonna happen. The house is also not ready for baby. They told me to pack my hospital bag, but I didn't, and I didn't get the bassinet out because I just felt like that wasn't gonna be the case. I do need to make a list. I brought this pen over. So I need to do the hospital bag. I need to get out hospital bag. I did clean behind the stove. That's just like a random cleaning thing we did with Weston, and it's like I just want to get it done. It'd be nice to get Barrett groomed. Bassinet needs out. I need to paint. These are just things that would be nice to have done. Paint the wall 1 coat. We wanted to get the other bed made, but I don't know if we will or not. Wood prices are pretty high. What else do I need? Oh, I need to get even in my newborn and postpartum tote and like clean my pump parts and clean the clothes and organize the clothes. I'll do a video on that. I probably will do that this weekend, honestly, because now I'm kind of thinking about it more. That I needed to do the stroller, oh, the car seat, and then I'll put the boppy in the, I probably don't need to do it just now actually, but yeah, I'm gonna bring the boppy in my hospital bag. Do you guys want a hospital bag video? I guess that would be interesting if you guys want one for baby number 2, but I'm gonna end this here. I just wanted to update you guys kind of where I've been at with that, but I'm just super thankful that little baby boy is okay, and I'm excited to meet him, but definitely just not yet. I want to meet him in June. So anyways, thank you guys for watching and your thoughts, anything like that. We're doing good over here.